Gee, if someone had said to me 30 years ago that I'd be on a stage like this, I would have said to them, you and what army is going to make that happen? Honestly, I just could not have believed it. Yeah, wow. I'll make sure I got the technology right. I cut my teeth speaking in public back in the early 90s at a 12-step convention in Western Queensland, a little country town called Dalby, and in front of a crowd of over 300 people, shaking in my boots, absolutely terrified. I shared with them a glimpse of what was then my fairly painful past. Now, I'm not going to do that today, so please, I don't want to traumatise anybody. I'm delighted and really excited to stand before you all today and to say my past is not my future. My past is not my present experience, and I am not my past. I have this belief that confidence is a global commodity. Having confidently defied Sister Immaculata, who was a terrifying nun, defied her, defied my parents and anybody else who wanted to get in my way, who told me that I had to partner a kid called Peter, can't remember his last name. I had to go to the mini debutante ball and I was told that my partner was Peter. Now, I don't know how I did it, but I pulled it off and I had a tantrum. And I said to Sister Immaculata, I'm going to the mini debutante ball with Dom Mallory or no one. Seriously? And that's me and Dom Mallory. That's my photographic evidence. At 6 years of age, I was confident. I was rocking. That was pretty impressive considering I come from a pretty messed up, very large Catholic Irish family. I love my mum and dad, but my God. Oh, so I love evidence. And that is photographic evidence for me that at 6 years of age, I was confident. Now, as life would have it, fortunately, unfortunately, sadly, whichever lens you choose to view the world through, my confidence took a severe battering over the next 35 odd years. Now, there are people here in the audience that I know, and you'll find that really hard to believe, because you've only ever really known me as a fairly confident, articulate person. Well, guess what? I'm a damn good actress. Confidence doesn't come natural to me. I'd like to say it does, but it doesn't. You see, statistically, I shouldn't actually be here today. By the age of 21, I had lived in 2 domestic violent relationships where fear was my constant companion. Again, I don't think the world knew too much about that because I was a damn good actress. And that fear absolutely fueled me. So by 21, bordering on anorexia, I'm a single mum, and I've got my first real, tangible reason to get my, someone said it this morning, shit together. Seriously, that beautiful first baby became my fuel to turn my life around. Now, you've just met my sister Julie up on the big screen there. I believe, like the research says, everybody needs at least one person on the planet that believes in them. For us to live happy, healthy, productive lives, we need at least one person who believes in them. And for me, it's always been this woman. Confident, clever, witty, intelligent, articulate, always had a really clever opinion. Whereas me, on the other hand, I would find myself shaking like I am now, beating myself up in the head thinking, I wish I could say what I really want to say. Or worse still, I'd wait until I'd have a belly full of booze and then I'd get, have you heard that expression, 10 foot tall and bulletproof? Oh my God, sometimes that's fun, but oh my God, sometimes it's a bit scary. So, like I said, I do agree with the research that we do all need at least one person on the planet who completely believes in us. 21, single mum, got this gorgeous sister backing me up. She'd bail me out of the 2 domestic violent relationships and strongly encouraged me to continue to forge a positive way forward. So within 2 years of having that first beautiful baby, I'd met and married my Bob the Builder, blokey bloke, rock of a husband. Within 2 years, we had 2 more very tangible reasons for me to continue to get my you-know-what together. A year later, at 28, I had a cancer scare, and this beautiful woman, Julie, my rock, encouraged me to begin to live a self-examined life. Oh my God, what a new concept that was. Well, that was actually what led me to the 12-step convention in Dalby, back in Western Queensland, a 9-hour bus trip and jangling with nerves. But, you know, I was determined. I was determined to climb on top of my fear, determined to work out what was the noise in my head really all about, and why was I so convinced that I wasn't allowed to have an opinion. Because I knew I had one. I just was so consumed with fear about how to actually express that opinion articulately and without the happy juice. So I came up with this harebrained scheme as a part of my recovery process to strengthen my confidence. And I went to my sister and said, I've got this idea, it's crazy, but I think we need to go on a journey. A little journey without a destination, like me and my husband, our gorgeous 3 children. And of course, she'd just come back from 6 months in Greece with her young family, and she said, oh, that's a fabulous idea, do it. I think she was the only person on the planet at the time that thought it was a fabulous idea. We were fairly comfortable, but living a very ordinary life. And I wanted an extraordinary life for our children. So we packed up, we hit the road. We travelled for 4 weeks and landed in Darwin in 1999. And I'm sure lots of people know how the story goes. You know, you got a flat tyre, still here 20 years later. That's one of our stories. So by 2000, I find myself in a very novel experience at Northern Territory University, enrolled as a mature age student, having left school as a really wild, run-amok 15-year-old entrepreneur. I didn't know I was an entrepreneur at that age, but I know it now. So in the year 2000, I came across the restorative justice movement while I was studying. Now, I was studying youth in crisis. I was working with youth in crisis and raising 2 teenagers. God bless you, mate. I felt like we were living with youth in crisis. And I'm sure those kids did too. Discovering that restorative justice movement actually took me into a whole new world order, which I, of course, dragged my Bob the Builder blokey bloke husband and the 3 kids into. We discovered actually through that whole association, through that movement, that there was a new way. And for me, I began to develop even more confidence. I'm sure you'll know now that the theme to what I'm presenting here today is all about confidence. And I've deliberately shared with you some stuff today that I would not necessarily share on a first date. But what the hell, we're all getting to know each other, aren't we? So, actually, I'll take a drum roll, thanks. As I introduce my idea, you ready? Count me in on a 1, 2, 3. Give me a drum roll, the best you can do. Yeah, so having lived the experiences that I've lived, I have decided to start the World Confidence Bank. Hey, check it out. Yeah? Yeah, on 1, 2, 3, say it with me. World Confidence Bank. Like, how powerful does that sound? Yeah? So what is the World Confidence Bank? It's a space for anyone who needs to borrow some confidence. Hey, have you ever felt in your life, oh my God, if I could just borrow, sitting there 10 minutes ago, that was me. Look, for those people here that have had the great fortune of growing up confident, oh, Hari Om Tat Sat, I bless you, I thank you for bringing that confidence into the world. For those of you that have been more like me, who've had to work hard on a daily basis to build your confidence, imagine a confidence bank. See, I believe confidence is currency. Confidence is currency, it's solid as gold, it's transferable, it's transportable. It's an asset that never depreciates. It might get wobbly, but it's never, ever going to depreciate. And I believe that there are enough people here today, just like me, who've had hard times, and people who are prepared to give back, pay it forward through confidence and invest in our future. I want to know if you're one of them. Now, I'm a community development worker at heart. What that means is I don't really understand a whole lot of structure until I've had enough conversations with enough people to work out what the hell it is that people really need anyway. What I do know, and what a lot of Aboriginal women have told me, that for us as women and men to collectively strengthen our needs and to get our needs met in the world, we need to grow our confidence. To be confident, we can navigate our way through really difficult situations. Now, like I said, I got 3 really tangible reasons for me to keep on working on myself. Nikki, Tice and Josie Clee. If I have achieved greatness in this life, it's because I've stood on the shoulders of great people. Great people like my mother, Carol Murray, God bless you, Mum. Julie Mann, my amazing sister. Steve Clee, my Bob the Builder, blokey bloke, rock of a husband. Tricia Rushton, Terry O'Connell, Jan Richardson, Greg Jarvis, the list goes on. People that have lent me their shoulders to lean on, to have a leg up, to become more confident. Now, I'm no Pollyanna. I'm sure you would have all figured that by now. There's work to be done for this whole concept to come together. And this is all about a hand up. This is not about a hand out. But what I know as we go into this whole new world order, which I do believe we're entering into, the only way that we can really navigate our way successfully through change is through confidence. Confidence to navigate our financial situation, confidence to navigate our mental health, confidence to navigate our financial health, whatever it is that we need to navigate our way through. Confidence needs to be our platform. And I'm not talking about blown up, full of yourself ego. I'm talking about being able to stand in your own space with strength and clarity and to either say, yes, this is important, or no, it's not. Like I said, if someone had said to me 30 years ago, I would stand on a stage like this. I actually can't repeat what I would have said because I know what I would have said. Just could not be allowed today. I would not have believed it. I would not have believed it's possible. But through the absolute good grace of people who've believed in me when I couldn't believe in myself, I've been able to reach this point in my life, and this is just the beginning. I've got unborn grandchildren that are waiting to be born, and I want them to come into a space where confidence is seen as currency. Confidence is not about fearing to be wrong. It has to be about not always fearing to be right. Like I said, I used to wear fear as a second skin. Fear ruled my life. I say sack fear. Sack fear and bring on the confidence revolution. Took me nearly 40 years to get that confident. I lasted 5 seconds, but you know what? The whole of Kuta Beach heard me. It's been a life mission and I have done it. So the next goal for the surfing competition has to be to stand up for at least 30 seconds. Well, thanks everybody. I'm going to wrap it up by saying my name's Bronwyn Clee and I'm a confidence banker. Thanks for your time.